All right, guys, how you doing? It is Wednesday, and I'm uploading my civics video for you. So this week we are just looking at the topic of agencies that can help you. So these would be organizations that can help people who are maybe they are in danger. And they have if you read the story here, the conversation, it's a good example. But there's also good examples later of different organizations that can help uh, adults or children if you think there's a problem. So this is good to know. All right. So if you read this conversation, I'll just go through it. There was Sarah who said, "Hi, Maria, you look sad." And Maria said, "I'm having some problems at home. What's the matter?" "Oh, my husband gets very angry sometimes. He hits me. I don't know what to do." "Maria, that's called domestic violence." It's an important word. Domestic violence is violence that happens between family members. There are agencies that can help you. And just to go over this word, the example that she gave of domestic violence is if someone hit another person. So it's anyone in a house that hit another person, and it's family, any kind of violence of family. So Maria says, "How can I get help?" You can look in the telephone book or use the internet. There are domestic violence hotlines you can call for help. So another important word. What are hotlines? Hotlines are phone numbers you call for help with problems. People answer the phone and give you advice. You can also talk to a counselor about your problem. Thanks, Sarah. I'll look it up in the telephone book. You're a good friend. Okay, so let's look at the questions and answers here. Number one, what is Maria's problem? Well, you could say Maria is having trouble with her husband and he hits her. Or you could use the word domestic violence in number one. But number two, what is domestic violence? Let's go back to the reading. And here's our answer. Domestic violence is violence that happens between family members. What does Sarah tell Maria to do? Well, I'm looking for what Sarah says. So Sarah says, call a domestic violence hotline for help. So she tells Maria to call a domestic violence hotline for help. What are hotlines? They ask that question here. Hotlines are phone numbers you call for help with problems. Where can Maria find the numbers for the hotlines? And she said you can use the telephone book or use the internet. All right, let's look at part B. So we have like a phone book with telephone numbers over here, and then some questions. What number do you call for help with crime in the community? So that would be 555-1234. What number do you call for help with domestic violence? 555-4545. 3, what number do you call for help with substance abuse? 555-3421. What number do you call for community information? That's right here. And what number do you call for help with your child? This number. So these numbers are not real, but it's good to know. I mean, it's true. If you have a problem or you know someone who has a problem with domestic violence, you can just Google that. So I did it. I Googled domestic violence, and there's this website, the first one. And I think this looks very helpful. They do have a phone number for a hotline, but also you can text. So you can text on the website, or you can text on your phone to talk about a problem you're having. And also, I think what's nice is, they're always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. And they can also, they can speak in Spanish as well. I don't know if they have other languages. But also, let's say you hear your neighbor and they have children, and maybe you think the child might have a problem. They might be in danger. So the thing you should look for is child services. And this first result is where I would want to look. And on here, I would want to report abuse. And you can call phone number here just to say that you hear something. Of course, they'll never use your name if they go to check on your neighbor. But this is important for teachers, especially. I have a lot of training with this. I used to work with children. So if I ever saw a chance of a problem, you have to say something. As a neighbor, you don't have to, but if you think it's bad and it's dangerous, this is where I would look. So that's, again, kind of something that's interesting, learning about American civics. We do have agencies that can help with different kinds of problems. All right, so that's our first video for the week. I think starting next week, I'm going to start to have 2 videos every week. And I'm glad that you enjoy these. All right, so I will talk to you on Friday, or I'll talk to you in my next video.